Welcome to Simply Sports Science, your go-to channel for making PE, sport and exercise science simple, clear and genuinely useful. Whether you're an IB, GCSE or IGCSE student or a teacher looking for high-quality resources to help your teaching, this is the place to level up your learning. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Okay, welcome to this short introduction to the IB Sport, Exercise and Health Science Internal Assessment. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to explain in simple, practical terms what the IA actually is, why it matters, and what you need to know before you begin. Think of this as the starting point, and by the end of this video, the whole task should feel more manageable and hopefully a little bit exciting too. So let's start by what the IA is. The Sports Science IA is your chance to become a scientist, not in theory, but in practice. You will design and carry out your own original scientific investigation, collecting real data, analysing it using the tools that we explore in your lessons, and drawing a meaningful conclusion. It counts for 24% of your final grade, but more importantly, it shows the examiner how well you can think scientifically, apply the concepts from the course, and communicate your understanding of the course clearly. It is not an essay, nor is it a review of other people's work, and it's definitely not a preset experiment. This is your investigation driven by a question that you are going to explore. So what is it designed to test? Well, the IB isn't really interested in whether your experiment works or whether your results match something from a textbook. The IA is designed to assess 4 key things. The first thing is scientific thinking. Can you design an experiment with a clear purpose? And do you understand the physiological, biomechanical, or psychological concepts behind your question? Secondly, the practical investigation skills that you obtain during the course of your 2 years. Can you collect data that is valid, reliable and precise? And do you know how to control variables, justify your methods and consider any ethical issues within your study? Then it explores your mathematical and analytical skills. Can you process your data using the right tools? Means, standard deviation, error bars, uncertainty, or statistical tests, for example? And can you interpret what the numbers that you discover actually mean? Then it looks at your communication skills. Can you explain your thinking clearly with the right scientific language? And can you support it with appropriate academic sources? These 4 areas sit at the very heart of sports science as a subject, and the IA will give you the chance to bring them together into one coherent piece of work. There are certain things that your IA must contain. Every investigation is structured around 4 main components. Firstly, your research design. This is where you define your research question, explain the scientific background, and set out your method. And a good research design is focused, justified, and ethical. Then it explores your ability to analyze data. How well can you present your raw data? How well can you process it carefully, considering uncertainty, and analyze it using appropriate statistical tools? Then it wants you to draw conclusions. This is where you answer your research question using your data, your statistics, and your understanding of the theory behind sports science. And then finally, it wants you to reflect on your method. What limited your investigation? How confident can you be in your conclusion? And how could the study be improved or extended? Think of these 4 sections as a logical journey rather than separate individual tasks. Each one should build on the last. Students often imagine that a good IA has to be complicated or dramatic, but it doesn't. In fact, the best investigations are usually simple, controlled, and clearly explained. A strong IA is focused, with one independent variable, one dependent variable clearly defined. It's scientific in that the method reflects the theory. It's controlled. It's considered environmental conditions, subject characteristics, and testing procedures that are kept consistent throughout. It's analytical in that the data is processed correctly and interpreted thoughtfully. And it's reflective in that the evaluation is honest, insightful, and realistic. Some examples of strong research questions could include: how does static stretching duration affect vertical height jump? Or what is the effect of caffeine intake on reaction time in adolescent athletes? Or how does cycling cadence influence blood lactate concentration? These are all simple, all measurable, and all appropriate for a school environment like yours. So how do we succeed with our IA? Well, there are 3 simple principles that will dramatically improve the quality of your work, regardless of your topic. The first is to choose a research question you can realistically investigate well. It's better to run a simple study with high control and high quality data than a complicated one that you simply can't manage. It prioritizes high quality data. Everything else, your analysis, your conclusion, and your evaluation, depends on the strength of your data. If you collect reliable, consistent numbers, you are halfway towards a really strong IA already. And then it explains your decisions. So examiners are not mind readers. If you standardize your warm-up, explain why. If you use a paired t-test, justify its use. Clear reasoning is one of the biggest differences between an average IA and an excellent one. So that's the sports science IA in a nutshell. A focused, student-led scientific investigation that allows you to demonstrate the full range of your skills. Over the rest of these videos, I will guide you through each stage step by step, helping you develop a question, design your method, analyze your data, write your conclusion, and evaluate your investigation with confidence. You can absolutely do this, and by the end of the course, you'll not only have completed a high-quality IA, but you will also have genuinely developed as a young sports scientist. Thanks for watching Simply Sports Science. If you found this helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our IB Sports Science content. We've got revision guides, exam tips and clear explanations to help you be successful. And don't forget to visit us at www.simplysportscience.co.uk. Join us again next time where we'll keep making sports science simple.